So this week, I actually had the opportunity. I was working outside on the weekend. I was doing chores, putting away patio furniture, winding up the hose, getting the hose away for the winter. And while I was outside working, I happened to come across a little bee. And he was moving really slowly. I couldn't tell if he was okay. And I didn't know if he was just exhausted. It was a rather windy day. I was surprised to see a bee out at this time of year. So I didn't really know what to do. I ended up coming in the house. I looked up on YouTube how to help a lethargic bee. And sure enough, I ran into a couple of videos that were all talking about providing our little friends with some sugar water. So I prepared a spoonful of sugar water and I went out and I helped this little bee. So the whole time that I was watching this little bee, it was miraculous. I was supposed to be, working and doing chores, but I stopped what I was doing to help this little creature out. And it's one of those things where when you do something nice for something else, for someone else, it really makes you feel good. And this was a little, I was telling my dad about it later on. I was explaining how I stumbled across this bee and fed it some sugar water and tried to help it get its energy back. I didn't really know what I was doing, but the whole time I was helping this little thing, I felt good about myself. And it was a little moment for me. It was a me moment. And my dad was, explaining back to me. He's like, those are too precious and too far and few between. We don't often take enough time to just celebrate those little things in life, those little me moments. And yeah, he was right. I was really happy that I got to have that. And I got to capture it on video. So I'll share some of that with you guys now. So I had a friend at work and I was telling him about this little bee story. And he asked me, he said, if it wasn't for this gratitude vlog that you're doing, do you think you would have helped that bee before? And I had to respond, I do. I have a soft heart. I'm always helping things when I can. And I'm very much into observing these little creatures. Even if I can't help them, I'm just fascinated by them. I was out for a walk one day and I happened to be passing a flower that had a bee on it and I have to stop. Oh, a bee! It's just something that interests me. So yeah, I think I would have helped the bee. I mean, I've got situations where I've helped other little things in the past. It's in my nature. But I'm sure what I wouldn't have noticed if not for this vlog and the gratitude portion of what I'm studying right now, I don't think I would have been as grateful for the opportunity to just sit and observe. I actually was grateful to just watch, to just observe this bee going about its business. I actually recorded this little clip back in May when the bees were all buzzing around on my property. And it actually made me chuckle because I was watching this bee work and I thought to myself, what if everything we thought we knew about bees was wrong? Instead of collecting pollen, what if they were actually just in love with the smell of flowers?
Try this one over here. These open. Come on. Yeah. Grab this one. Oh, I love you.
I had an opportunity to go out on the weekend and went to a supper for my brother and sister-in-law's 25th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, Lee and Vicky. And it's just great to be surrounded by family, to be with family. You know, I know who I am. I can be a troublemaker. I am the type of person who will wait and turn my camera on somebody blowing their nose, not because I want to embarrass them, not because I want to blackmail them with the footage later on. It's because I want to capture the moment that they realize what I'm doing. And it produces, you know, a great release in me. I find it comical. It's funny. I also am somebody who will sit between two brothers talking and say very little and contribute very little. Just love listening to them speak. When I do speak, I feel heard. But everyone knows I'm the good-looking brother, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I want to give a shout out to Andrew Sutton Music. This YouTube creator has sorted and compiled playlists into various themes and moods. He's even got his own original content. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I'll link to his channel at the end of this video. Andrew describes himself as a music devotee who practices gratitude on a regular basis and is continuing to practice through sharing his and other artists' music via YouTube. So please stop by and check out his channel. And don't forget to hit me up in the comments below. Tap the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you join me on my next adventure. Pretty good in that stuff?